previously on the Mundane and the Arcane.
As you three are making your way through the ancient war passage under this mountain range known as the Passage of Gren'do'la. As you were making your way through, you did pass by what appeared to be an entrance to a tomb. And as you made your way a little bit farther down the tunnel, you heard a burrowing sound, and then rocks kind of started smashing apart. And just before that, you saw ghosts running in front of you, and then giant bug-like monsters breaking through the tunnels that seem to be going after these ghosts. At this point, I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, that's super good. I got 7.
I got a dirty 2.
Ooh.
That just sounds hilarious.
I didn't roll a 1. I just have shitty initiative.
Oh God! That just makes it worse.
You got a shitty dirty 2.
It sounds like somebody talking to their kid, and they're like, "I took a dirty number 2."
All number 2s are dirty. I got a 6.
We're doing great, guys.
All right.
Yeah, we're all gonna die before one of us gets to go.
Right.
Did anybody get 25 to 20?
No.
Okay. 15 to 20.
Everybody got under 10, Matt. Just go ahead and write that down.
So there are the 6 of these giant bug-like monsters that seem to almost try to dogpile onto this ghostly dwarven figure in front of you. They all kind of dogpile onto this spiritual figure, which does seem to actually take damage from these bug monsters jumping onto it. And shortly after they all pile onto it, it seems to discorporate and puff into smoke and disappear. And all of these these weird bug monsters kind of turn around looking like they're trying to find something else to fight. Gronk, you are up. You have 6 of these giant praying mantis looking gray figure or brownish figures in front of you.
Oh, man. Okay. And they're looking at me?
They seem to... It looks like they're more interested in what this ghost that they were fighting.
Okay.
And they're about, I would say, 50 feet away.
Okay. And we are right next to the opening, right? Of the tunnel?
No, you guys are... you went farther. You had that big entrance area, which seemed to be this war camp right outside, right inside the door. And then you went further in, and there was a T section that seemed to lead into a tomb.
Okay.
And then you all chose to keep going. And probably it was a few hundred feet after that, you saw a ghost pop through the wall, and then these bug monsters chewed through the wall.
Okay. I am going to do the only thing that I think I can do right now. I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to make it go towards them and then veer off to the left and go into the wall.
Okay.
Huh.
Interesting. Go ahead and give me a deception check, by the way.
That is a 10.
Modified 10?
Modified 10.
All right. They, for the most part, rolled terribly.
Yes. Because so did I.
So this weird spectral hand that you summon that looks similar to these ghosts to an extent goes out towards them and then dips into the wall, and you see 5 of the 6 actually turn, and you audibly hear mandibles clicking, and they start making their way towards where your hand went.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah. Deacon, you were up.
Are they all gone?
It seems like their attention is drawn towards that hand, but they're all still in the room. They haven't moved. They visibly saw the hand go into the wall, and it looks like that's where most of their attention is focused.
Okay, I'm gonna do a Mage Hand.
Okay.
but I'm gonna make it start in the wall and then like stick out and do like a beckoning finger and then go back into the wall.
Okay, go ahead and give me a deception check as well. Or an arcana.
12.
The one that didn't seem like it was distracted by the Gronk's mage hand seems to turn towards your mage hand, which is a little bit, probably about 15 feet apart from Gronk's. But it does go, it seems like its attention is focused on that mage hand.
Cool.
That will bring us to the ghost's turn. And where there was just one ghost before, you see another 10 shoot out of the wall and start going after these giant bug creatures. And start just basically, you see them slashing with blades, you see them trying to bite into them, trying to pull apart their chitinous armor. You see out of these ghostly forms, a few of them actually go into one of these giant bug creatures and start tearing it apart. And it's a little weird seeing these ghost forms actually ripping apart like a physical body, but you see them all pile onto one of them and rip one of its arms off and tear off one of its mandibles.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a little graphic. And then a few more seem to be grappling with another one, trying to pin it down, while it seems there's a kind of barbaric-looking ghost that's trying to stab it with a ghostly blade. Zenko, you're up.
Yes. Okay. So how many of these creatures are there?
There are 5 left. One is currently being swarmed. One has been ripped apart.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are about 10 ghosts.
Okay. Well, shoot, what do I do? Who do I attack? Who's the bad guy? Is it the bugs or is it the ghosts? I am going to cast... Which animal's closest to me? Are these bug creatures considered animals? Or are they considered monsters?
They are considered monstrous beings.
Damn. All right, well, I'm just gonna cast Guiding Bolt at one of the uninjured guys.
Okay, go for it.
Does a 21 hit?
No.
Bullshit.
Yes. It does hit.
That's 14 points of damage.
It seems to take a good chunk out of it as your bolt shoots out and clips part of its chitinous body armor off of it. And you can see some like exposed greenish fluid that you would equate to its blood is oozing down its carapace at this point.
Ooh.
Okay. The ankhegs are distracted by ghosts and mage hands, and they're basically not super interested in you guys, except for the one that you shot, Zenko.
Yeah. So we could have snuck past him.
This whole fight seems to be taking up most of this cavern. Like, it's about a 30-foot wide pathway. This fight's taking up about 25 feet of that.
So we kind of got to end it to get through.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There is? Yeah. There's always a chance.
Is it a good chance? Probably not.
Okay, so the ankhegs seem to start getting their wits about them. A couple of them actually dive into the wall and are like chewing through the rock, trying to get to the mage hands that you guys summoned.
Yes.
However, a few of them do turn on the ghosts. 2 of the ghosts do get basically discorporated as well from these ankheg attacks. And you do see a spray of acid come out of one of their mouths and do a cone. And it hits a good chunk of all the ghosts. And then there's another one that hits the wall after y'all's mage hands, and it starts melting the rock.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
However, the one that you hit with a guiding bolt does not turn towards you, Zenko. Gronk, you are up.
Interesting.
Gronk's gonna turn around to the other two and use message. Well, I guess I can only use message towards one person at a
That's
time,
correct.
right? So, I'm gonna use message to Zenko
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Hey, I think we should let this pan itself out and wait."
Zenko nods in response.
Okay.
She doesn't have message.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, you can
reply.
respond. Yeah.
I can respond
Mm-hmm.
in my mind.
You
Okay.
basically whisper, but no sound comes out, and it gets sent back to Gronk.
Okay, cool.
Do you say anything?
No.
Okay, cool. Now we know.
It's just good to know.
She says, "I nod."
Gronk, you still have a bonus action and your movement if you want.
Can I cast message again to Deacon?
No.
That would be an action. You spent your action
I'm
sending
gonna-
it to Zenko.
I'm gonna turn to Deacon and just point to my head, and be like, "Hey, send me something."
Okay. Well, Deacon, you're up.
Deke's gonna look at Gronk and give him a thumbs up, and then I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
On the entire group?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just gonna be all lit up, and it's gonna be even crazier.
It's gonna be lit.
It's a Dex.
Yeah, dexterity saving
Yeah,
throw.
and it's a 15.
There are two of the ankhegs don't seem to be covered in your fairy fire, and then only one of the ghosts doesn't seem to be. Everything else seems to be lit up by this weird purplish black sparkle powder.
No, they're all green.
So it's like a greenish dust that kind of falls upon them.
They just start glowing green.
Glowing, yeah.
They are
so-
outlined.
yeah. You all can see they seem to be illuminated by this weird glow. And their movements seem to be easier to track. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
And then I'm gonna turn back to Gronk and give him a thumbs up again.
All right.
And like nod, like I did it.
The ghost turn. Okay. They do. They managed to continue ripping apart the one that they didn't kill last turn and start severely ripping apart another one. They seem to be very methodical, very militaristic in their tactics, like they're systematically killing one by one. That will bring us to Zenko.
Yes. How much space do we have between them?
It's about 50 feet.
50 feet from us?
Mhm.
Okay. Zenko's just gonna heed what Gronk said and stand by and keep an eye out, but be ready to cast anything just in case.
All right. Do you want to have a spell prepared?
I'm gonna be ready to cast Spike Growth in case they get too close
Okay.
or start to come our way.
Well, let's see if they do.
And I'll alert the guys that that's what I'm planning on doing, so they stay the fuck out of the way.
As you let them know, one of the ankhegs actually sees living targets and starts rushing towards y'all.
Spike Growth.
All right.
The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must take a wisdom check against your spell to save DC to recognize the terrain and its hazard.
With a natural 2, it does not succeed on that saving throw. 2d4 damage. Do you want to roll that?
Yes, I would love to. That's 5.
Okay. Second one.
6.
Okay.
Third is 8.
Nice. And then the last one.
Also 8.
All right. As this giant bug-like praying mantis creature comes charging towards you, as your spike growth comes up and interferes in its path. At first, it starts stepping through it. For the first 5 to 10 feet, it seems to be ignoring your spike growth, even though it's hurting it. And then the final 10 feet after that, it seems like it's actually affecting its ability to walk, and it can't quite get to you. And it slows it down to the point where it's still trying to charge at y'all, but it can't through all these weird growths in the ground. Other than that, the ankhegs keep fighting the ghosts, and the ghosts actually do take 2 more of the ghosts get kind of ripped asunder. Gronk, you're up.
Gronk is going to cast Magic Missile on the one that's in the spike growth.
Go for it.
10 damage.
10 damage on top of. Yeah, that one looks pretty messed up. As your bolts come kind of screaming out of your hand and shoot towards it, it blasts apart and seems to open up more sections of its armor, and you see that weird green ooze coming out of it again. Deacon, you are up.
So how many are in the spikes?
Just one.
Just one?
And it looks pretty messed up.
It's pretty messed up, huh? But, okay, so even though I know it's there, would I get hurt by the spikes?
I believe you would have to make a wisdom saving throw against her spell. I would give you advantage because you know she cast it.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Because what I want to do is pull out my rapier and just run in there and stab it. Which I also get advantage on because it's still fairy fired.
Yeah.
So
go ahead and make the saving throw.
6.
That does not succeed against Stacy's or Zenko's saving throw.
Damn it, Deacon.
You take 5 points of damage.
Okay, that's fine.
However, it did reach kind of your end of the spike growth, so you only had to go through 5 feet of it to get to it.
Cool. All right, but I'm going to stab it now.
Go for it.
Bam. Wait, I missed. Bam. That is 17.
17 hits. Go for it.
All right, 17 hits. My D8s. I only use 1. 9 damage.
All right. Yeah, as your blade rings out, go ahead and give me a perception check.
That is 23.
Okay. As you draw your blade in its rapier form, as it comes out of its sheath, you hear this note. It sounds like a high C. And you feel a vibration as you thrust forward and stab into this monster. Once the blade connects, the sound seems to die. But as it stabs into this weird bug monster, it slices through it, and the creature just falls down and collapses.
I did it. Hey, y'all, I did it. I killed the thing.
Woohoo!
And then I'm going to look at Gronk and give him a slow thumbs up.
Did you scream that?
Yeah. It's fine. I have a plan.
Another one of these ankhegs seems to be ripped apart by these ghosts, but 2 of them start heading towards your group.
Two of the ghosts?
Yeah, the ghosts seem to be rushing towards your group after this blade rings out.
Damn it.
And then they don't seem to be affected by the spike growth. They're just hovering above it and charge forward, but they are not able to get to you this round and attack.
Are they closer to me though?
Yes, you were the first one. You're the
Okay.
closest one.
How close are they to me?
They're within 10 feet.
Okay.
That will bring us to Zenko. At this point, you have 2 ankhegs left, and then I believe it's 4 ghosts, 2 of which have rushed your group.
What are closer, the 2 ghosts or the ankhegs?
The ghosts. The 2 that
All right.
seem to be charging towards Deacon.
Do they look fierce? Do they look ready to attack?
They do seem to be hostile. They are. It's weird to kind of get a visual representation of like what they look like. They look like soldiers,
Okay.
and like dwarven soldiers charging towards you.
Well, so I'm not sure how to attack them exactly. And since they're rushing toward Deacon... Oh, wait, no, I have to touch. Never mind. I'm just going to cast Sacred Flame on one of the ghosts.
Okay. It's a
That's a
dexterity
dex.
saving throw.
Yep.
They fail.
Yay.
It was a natural 6.
That's 13 points of damage.
All right. As your flame shoots forward from your hand and hits this ghost, it almost seems to go inside its body and rip it apart from the inside, and
Gross.
it discorporates.
Nice.
The ankhegs seem to try and be snapping at these ghosts that are still fighting them, and do not seem to notice your party or seem distracted by it, and are more interested in trying to kill the ghosts. That will bring us to Gronk.
Gronk is going to pull out his longsword.
He smiles every time he says this. Is this your +1 longsword?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it is. And how close are they?
The
The
ghosts are about 10 feet away.
10 feet?
15 from you, but about 10 from Deacon.
Okay, and then are they out of the spike area or not?
No, they're hovering over it and kind of rushing towards your direction.
Oh man. Okay. And there's 2 of them, right?
One of them discorporated when Zenko hit it with Sacred Flame. So there's just one left.
So there's just one left. Okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to cast Magic Missile on that last one.
Okay, go for it.
That is 10 damage again.
Okay. As your missiles shoot out, this ghost didn't seem more solid than the last one. It kind of hits, its shoulder and its leg. It still seems to be charging forward, but you can see that your missiles definitely hit it and seem to wound it. And afterwards, you can see that it's having a harder time keeping its form. Deacon, you're up.
All right. So what's around me now that's alive?
There's a ghost within 10 feet,
Okay.
but it's through. You still have to go through the spike growth.
Okay. No, I don't. Not if I cast lightning lure and shoot it at the dwarf.
Go for it.
Yeah, zip zap. Let's go.
Is that to hit, or do they have to dodge?
It is. It's a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay. What's your DC?
12.
It's your spell DC?
This is my strength DC.
No, they have to make a strength saving throw against your spell DC.
Oh. That's a 15.
That fails. All right.
Hell yeah, zip zap. So I shoot my lightning out at him and I go, "Get over here." And I zap him over to me, and then he takes. So that is 11 damage.
Points of damage. Okay. As this whip of lightning goes and grabs around this dwarven ghost warrior, and it starts dragging him towards you. As it wraps around his body and his ghostly form gets dragged towards you, it seems like it falls apart and dissolves on its way, and it just becomes nothing.
I'm gonna look at Gronk and go, ding dang, that's 2. And give him a slow thumbs up with a big smile.
Another one of the ankhegs, these giant bug creatures, seems to be. You see these last 2 dwarven ghosts rip apart. They both like climb up its body, and each one grabs a mandible on each side and rips them sideways, and this creature falls over almost as if its head's been chopped off.
Oof.
And that leaves 2 ghosts and 1 ankheg. But that will bring us to Gronk. Or actually the ankheg. Or sorry, Zenko, you're up.
Okay. Which one's closer to me again? The ghosts of the ankeg.
There's one ankheg, 2 ghosts that are about 50 feet away.
All right.
They've been mostly fighting each other.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on the ankeg. Wow.
All right. Dexterity saving throw. Natural 4. That's a miss. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's 6 points of damage.
All right. That ankheg is not looking good. It seems to be like parts of its armor been, chipped away. At this point, I mean, it still seems like it's able and willing to fight. It is its turn. It does manage to grip on, like, as these 2 ghosts are basically tearing apart the other ankheg's body, it grabs onto one of them and just basically pincers it and starts ripping it apart by shaking its head ravagely, and the ghost discorporates. Gronk, there is 1 ankheg, 1 ghost left. About 50 feet away.
They're 50 feet away. All I have is 30 feet of speed. I can move around the spikes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and move around the spikes.
Okay, you're able to do that. I mean, it's a 20 by 20 square, so you can move through the chamber. So you're spending your 30 feet of movement to kind of go around. Are you preparing an action, or are you doing like a double move?
No, I'm not going to use a double move, but I'm not going to be able to do anything.
You can prepare something, like if something rushes you, you can attack it or something like that.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Okay, yeah, if something rushes at me, I'm going to attack it with my longsword.
Okay. That will bring us to Deacon.
I'm gonna cast message and send it to Gronk and go, hey man, I think we should just let these 2 fight it out.
Gronk's going to respond. Are you fucking kidding me?
And then I'm gonna give him a slow thumbs up, and I'm gonna jump the 5 feet out of the spikes.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check or an acrobatics.
Acrobatics would be better, I think. Yeah, so that's a 17.
That beats Zenko's DC. So yeah, you managed to jump out of the spikes.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
So the ghost manages to start tearing into this last ankheg and does take a good chunk of that weird, bug-like chitinous armor off and rip it off, but the ankheg seems to still be up and fighting. Zenko, it's your turn.
All right. So a cool thing is I have a 3rd level guiding bolt that I can cast that deals 6d6 of damage.
You can give it a shot.
Yeah.
What are you shooting?
I'm gonna shoot the ankheg.
Okay, go for it.
Does the 15 hit?
A 15 actually does hit.
Oh my god. That would be 26 points of damage.
Go ahead and claim your kill. How does your 3rd level guiding bolt blow this ankheg apart?
Well, a flash of light streaks, like it just goes into this creature and just kind of like explodes out through its body. orifices and new orifices created by the light.
Okay, what color is your guiding bolt?
It is green.
Okay, as you send off this guiding bolt, it manages to wind up in one of this ankhegs wounds and goes into its insides. And you see it's trying to fight this ghost off. And all of a sudden, it's almost like there's a supernova inside its body. And it starts shooting, this weird greenish light starts to pour out of it. And you see parts of its outer shell essentially falling off. And then it just and explodes all over everything.
Would you consider it a champagne supernova?
God damn it. Yes.
Yes, Matt would.
All right, awesome.
The last ghost kind of tries to get its bearings, and the closest person to it is Gronk. It decides to rush at you. It will get an attack, but you will get your reaction, which is what you'd set up. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
That's a 22.
Rolled a 9. Go ahead and roll your damage, and then also roll a perception check for me.
Oh, nice. So that is 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And then you said a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
13.
You're not sure after you pull the blade out at what point it feels like the blade naturally becomes heavier in your hand at the right moment and to deliver a more forceful blow. It feels like the weapon's modifying itself to your fighting style.
Cool.
Okay. Interesting.
Would you say it's like it filled up with blood and became harder?
Yep.
See, I was going to get all deep and say something about fate, but damn.
But no, Nathan with the boner joke.
Nathan came in with a fucking boner joke. But yeah, as your blade comes through this ghost, go ahead and describe how you discorporate
okay, Matt,
a ghost.
I do want to say that you said comes through the ghost right after Nathan's boner joke.
Money shot.
Yeah.
It took like 10 seconds, but I was like, money shot. And I was like, oh, God damn it.
Okay, yeah, I think that Gronk just, with whatever force he can put into the blade, he just swings it and the ghost explodes.
Okay. You know what? The ghost discorporates. We're done with this.
The ghost
description of this kill.
explodes.
It's too fucking childish at this point.
It ghost blows.
The ghost explodes, and I definitely probably need a towel at this point.
Oh, man,
All
I
right.
really busted nut in that battle.
So
We're children.
We're Ghostbusters now. Ghost Nutbusters.
Ghost Nut Busters. We did it.
We found the joke.
Matt's going to quit the show.
I'm surprised he hasn't killed us by now.
Yeah, me too. Honestly.
Oh, there are anvils waiting to fall from the sky the second you guys get out of this tunnel.
Fuck that. I want a grand piano. I want a Steinway.
I'm ready to keep going.
All right. So you have wrapped up this weird fight between ghosts and bug burrowing monsters in this ancient war tunnel. What would you three like to do?
Let's get out of the tunnel.
Yeah, just try to get out of the tunnel.
What? Can I harvest some of this like chitinous armor?
Oh, that's a very good question.
Like to see if like I can get it made into some sort of armor piece.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Whammo! That is an 8.
Okay. Is anybody else trying?
Yeah, Gronk's
Yeah.
going to see what Deacon is doing and go and try to help.
Okay.
Zenko's all good.
What is survival? You said.
Survival or nature, whichever is
You'd
higher.
say nature for me.
Whatever. Take the fucking higher of the two.
Yeah, it was still survival.
It wouldn't be different.
10.
Okay.
I mean, it's dead. Just cutting stuff off.
No, it's how effectively you can do it.
Okay.
Between the two of you, you each have about 20 pounds of like chitinous chunks that you think somebody who's effective at making armor or items out of it might be able to use.
Okay.
Okay.
Neither of you craft armor, neither of you are super adept at like dealing with hide or
See.
especially bug monsters.
Yeah.
Nah.
Hey, Deke, what are you gonna try to make with yours?
I'm gonna make some sunglasses. No. I'm gonna
Make a friendship bracelet.
No, I don't know. Maybe some like dope ass wrist guards.
Oh, that's cool. I was thinking like a cod piece.
I'm gonna make wings that come off of my leather armor. That'll be wings, so I can fly.
I don't know.
No,
that it'll
I'm
work
just doing
that way.
wrist things. Gauntlets, bracers. That's what they're called. Bracers.
Yeah, gauntlets are literally gloves.
All right, cool.
Good
Good talk.
talk.
Good talk.
You
Nobody
guys
knows
have
what
fun
Gronk's
with
gonna
that.
make, but
I'm gonna look at Gronk and just give him a real slow thumbs up.
God damn it.
Oh no.
All right. So you three are continuing on after you
Yes.
harvest these weird bodies.
Unless I can
Zenko
like
just
collect some of the ghost particles into a bag.
No, they discorporated into nothing.
I know. I was joking, Matt.
No. Zenko, what were you doing?
Oh, Zenko was just watching them the whole time as they did their thing and just kind of laughed.
All right.
Yeah, it's not that important.
No, I'm just picturing like, oh, we just walked by like an ancient dwarven war tomb, and then we saw a bunch of ghosts and bug monsters fight, and she's just watching her friends like tear apart bug monsters, and she's like,
Yeah, pretty much.
D&D is
more
awesome.
She's more focused on trying to help Gronk and his sister.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just in my mind, I'm trying to picture this scenario, and she's just like, those two dummies.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So you guys continue down this tunnel, kind of to expedite it a little bit. As you guys go through, there's a few small splits, but it seems like the main tunnel keeps going. I mean, it's a solid 10 hours, and you guys are still going through this tunnel.
10 hours?
Yeah.
Jesus.
10 whole hours.
Mm-hmm. It's a long journey going through a mountain range.
I know that was the whole joke.
Hey.
It's because we're in a tunnel. It's a whole hours.
Ha ha ha.
Do you guys want to keep pushing on, or do you want to set up camp?
Let's take a rest. Let's set up camp and take a long rest.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea.
But we should probably have a watch order too.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take the first watch. Y'all get some rest.
All right. Zenko will take the second watch.
Okay, Gronk will be the rear, I guess.
Always the caboose, never the cabee.
What's a cabee?
What?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of activity going around.
Mm-hmm.
You look around, and it doesn't seem like this tunnel is traveled often at all. There seems to be a very obvious layer of dust and dirt that does not get disturbed. And it looks almost like, even to an untrained eye, you can see that this path hasn't been traveled in years.
Can Gronk roll a perception check to see if there's any other like carvings or anything on the wall?
I'll give you a perception check to maybe not necessarily the spot, but like as you guys have been traveling, I'll go ahead and give you one.
Now that's a natural 2. Plus 4. So 6.
As you've been traveling down the tunnels, you're not really sure what it means, but it looks like there's been some weird holes dug into the wall and like an occasional scratch against the wall. And those look fresher than everything else.
Ugh.
It's really weird seeing, like, it looks like something dug a hole in that's about maybe an inch in diameter and just seems like it like burrowed into the wall.
Creepy.
Yeah, we want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's. So, question, I guess. Did we take a short or a long rest?
That was a long rest.
Okay.
Everybody's back up to full. Spells are restored. As you continue on, it's a little weird waking up in an underground tunnel. You just kind of get up and go whenever you feel like you've slept enough.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, you all probably slept like 5 or 6 hours. Like, this is really uncomfortable for everybody. But you feel rested enough to keep going. And refreshed enough.
Gronk's going to take a swig out of his water bag
All right.
because he still has that water.
That old
Oh, God.
water.
I forgot about the water bag.
Does it do anything special now?
No.
Damn it. All right.
As you all continue on, it's about another 3 hours of travel before you notice there's a definitive split in the path. And it looks like the path that you have all been taking starts to feel like the road that continues on. And you see a split that looks like it starts to dip down. And as you're getting towards the split, you see these creatures kind of form out of the wall almost and step forward. And as you look at them, it looks like if a mushroom was a person.
Yay!
And they hold forward 2 spears. And
Aw.
they come forward and like lock them apart. Like, and they start jabbering at you. You just hear.
Oh, it's the mushroom people.
We stumble upon the Mushroom Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
The king's name is
As-
Bowser.
As you look past these 2 mushroom guard people, you can see a huge opening behind them. Almost similar to Terroir. Like, it looks like this, whatever's behind them loops around, and there's like a civilization that they're blocking you from.
I am going to first off make sure my long sword is like not out and readied. I'm going to put it away.
Yeah. No, I mean, it should.
And I'm going to slowly approach them.
The closer you get, the more like tense they seem to be, and like they initially like came together and locked their spears together.
Mhm.
And the closer you get, it seems like they get more, like, I wouldn't say hostile, just defensive.
Are they saying anything?
Nothing you can determine. It's just comes out as.
Aw.
I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
So it's an hour.
Okay.
So for the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear.
Okay. As you cast the spell, and they seem a little uncomfortable as you cast it, but you don't seem to be doing like a hostile attack. Then you hear them just, "What do you want, surface dweller? You are not allowed into our city."
I'm going to send one of them a message.
Okay, what do you say?
I'm going to tell them, we're not looking for any trouble. We're just trying to get through the passage.
We do not understand your foreign tongue. You can understand them. They can't understand you.
I do think.
If you want, yeah. Like there's no like initiative thing going on. Like
Okay,
do what you want to do.
I don't know. I'm going to cast Charm Person.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna like use like hand motion to be like, hey, but like be cool, like come on. At one of them, let's say the one on the right, and let's see how this goes.
Okay. Well, they rolled a natural 19 to save.
Fuck me, dude. This was gonna be so good.
Sorry. We do not understand what you are doing, but please move on.
Gronk is going to go into his little bag of holding that he has and pull out one of the mushrooms that he got from the trials and offer it to them.
Oh, no.
Okay. One of them kind of... one of them looks at the other one as like, I guess I have to deal with these people. Steps forward to your offering and holds up the mushroom and then just puts it back in your hand.
God damn it.
It doesn't seem interested in eating a mushroom or like it's a gift. Or
So
anything.
I'm going to pull another one out of my bag and I'm going to eat it and then I'm going to offer it to him again.
They almost seem not offended. Like they kind of understand what you're trying to do, but you just ate a mushroom and they're mushroom people.
Yeah.
Like they don't really quite understand what you're doing, and
So
they
are you
seem more
intimidating?
neutral.
He ate the snowman piece in front of the snowman.
Mhm.
You, Greenskin,
I don't like that really.
you understand. Move along.
I'm going to nod.
Myconidia is not the place to come.
Hey, Matt, what language are they speaking?
They're Myconidian. Like they're
Okay.
mushroom people. It is their own language. Yeah, it's nothing like nothing you would all know. It is distinctive to them. They are mushroom people that speak a mushroom language.
Zenko's gonna cautiously approach them, kind of gently put her hands up over her shoulders, and then she's gonna try to mimic going past, like not toward the city, but the other way.
They're not blocking that path. It's literally the entrance towards their city they're blocking, and they've
Oh.
they've told Gronk like move along.
All right, so she's gonna nod and then look at the guys and go, I'm pretty sure they don't want us to go that way. Let's just try this way first.
No, I mean, they definitely don't want us to go that way, but I don't know if we want to go the other way.
I cast sleep on the guards.
Oh no.
Okay. Roll your 5d8.
Do I see this coming?
I don't know. Give me a perception check.
That's a 15.
16. That's what I rolled on my 5d8.
Okay.
Do they fall asleep?
One does. You saw
Deacon,
him
what did
casting
you
it?
No, I'm just playing. Like how I
oh.
cast sleep is I start playing a lullaby on my lute.
Sure. Gronk, what'd you roll on your perception check?
A 16.
Yeah, you see him casting it. He cast the spell.
Like, I was just going to, like, try to back away because I didn't
Okay.
know what was going to happen.
Well, now we're gonna have a whole fight on our hands. Let's just go. Let's go the other way.
I guess go ahead and everybody give me initiative.
Damn it.
I mean, the one guy's asleep. All we gotta
One guy's
do.
asleep.
Yeah, this is
10.
easy. Just don't touch the guy that's asleep.
Gronk got a natural 20.
Nice.
I mean, you don't have to kill him. You can non-lethally knock him out. That's a Dirty 17 for Deke.
Okay.
10 for Zenko.
All right, it's gonna go Gronk, Deke, the mushroom guard, and then Zenko. Gronk, what would you like to do now that one of the guards is asleep on the ground and the other guard looks like very confused and angry?
I don't fucking know. What are we doing?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I'm just going to put the other one to sleep now.
Deacon, what the hell?
Look, man, I just want to go through. This is the way through.
No, there's literally
There's
a path that
another
continues
path.
on, and then there's a path that looks like it goes down into a city.
Oh, okay.
I
thought-
Would you like to undo your sleep?
No.
Oh, okay, let's fucking go then. All right, Gronk, let's go.
Okay.
Like they were saying, move along. Like just don't ignore our city. Keep going.
Yeah, so I did it because I thought you said that the main path went to the city.
No, I said it looks like the road, like the tunnel you guys are going down, all of a sudden feels more like a pathway.
Yes.
And like a road to travel, and then there's an offshoot that looks like it dips down into something similar to Terroir.
Yeah, I thought that those places were reversed.
No.
I thought that we were walking up to a city, but then there's this path that goes down and around. Maybe
No, it's like a Y split. One seems like it's the road you guys were continuing down, and the other one seems like it opens up into a giant room.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
No, I mean this thing happened.
Whatever.
so-
Yeah, this happened. Gronk, you're
so
up.
should we just go?
I mean, I'm kind of interested now to what's
So
going on.
What are you doing, Gronk? Let's go.
Gronk is just gonna walk by. He's just gonna
You're just
walk
gonna
past him.
keep going, or
Yeah, just
like
gonna-
just into the city?
No,
or
into the city. He's just gonna walk.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. You are technically within the threat range of the
All right, that's
guard
fine.
at this
Yeah,
point.
that's fine.
I won't say that you walked past him and got an attack of opportunity or anything, but you're within his threat range of his spear now.
Mm-hmm.
Then Deacon,
I cast sleep on the other guard.
go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, unless you roll real low, it's 5d8.
That's right. I always forget.
Nope. All right.
No, it got him.
The other
That's
the other mushroom guard just falls to the ground.
Zenko face palms.
Look, man. All I'm saying is,
Now
Let's-
it's
Let's-
Zenko's turn. Like these
All
are
right.
asleep one's asleep for the next 9 rounds, the other one's asleep for the next 10.
yeah.
Zenko looks at the two of them, shakes her head, and goes, "We're going out this way," and points toward the way out and starts walking.
I mean, is initiative over basically?
For the moment, yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you guys can talk. You have about a minute.
Okay.
Gronk, remember you have a sister.
Yeah,
She's not in the Mushroom City.
She's
Let's
not, but
go.
it's probably past. Like they probably have a way to get out.
Yeah.
This is there's another way this way.
That way is dark and fucking scary. Do you not remember the bugs and ghosts?
This one has all these people that look like mushrooms.
That's probably a dead end.
The mushroom people are a dead end? No, they're just sleeping.
I'm talking about their city. Let's go. And
All
she
right.
just starts walking. She's like, "Okay, whatever. Y'all can get lost."
Winky's just barking. I don't know.
I'm gonna pet him. I'm
For
gonna
some reason, Zenko says, "Y'all."
I'm gonna pet him. I gotta roll animal handling.
Sure.
Yes.
You finally rolled
I finally rolled a
good
good one. It's 24.
Okay. He seems amicable to your petting, more so than usual.
Yeah, I give him a good scritching,
So-
a belly rub.
I mean, Zinko's walking away. Are you guys going into the Mushroom Kingdom, or
I'm gonna toss a piece of gold on each of the sleeping guys and follow after Zenko.
okay?
Smart man.
As you all move
I
past.
guess Gronk's gonna follow. Damn it! I wanted to explore this fucking mushroom kingdom.
I know.
Come back.
I wanted to see if Mario was there.
Do they have modern plumbing?
Who knows?
Probably not.
All right. So as you leave 2 sleeping guards of this kingdom, on the ground.
And then their enemies attack them, and everybody's dead.
Winky actually goes up and like sniffs one of them as it's asleep, and then just and like comes after you as y'all walk away. I mean, yeah, you guys continue going down this tunnel. You get about another 2. God, like this. Okay, that scenario was ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so you all make your way. You make your way about 2 hours.
Roofied some shrooms.
That's the best. All right.
I wanted to go in, but
You make your way about another 2 or 3 hours down this tunnel. Again, like you do see branching paths, but there is one very clear main tunnel that you are all traveling through. After about 3 hours or so, you do notice in front of you, as all of your dark visions seem to be almost a little bit clouded, like you can't quite see your full distance as you get closer. You notice that there's a lot of, it looks like roots that have dug through the top of the room and through the sides. And it's like this weird netting almost. Like you can walk through it, but it's almost creating this weird wall that you have to go through. It's like a bunch of dangling ropes from the ceiling, and some of them seem to be jutting out of the sides that are creating a more treacherous, quote-unquote, way to walk through.
Like we
Zenko
would-
grabs a rope and goes, "Hey guys, check it out. I'm at the end of my rope."
Gronk's going to chuckle a little bit.
Deke's gonna go. Look. If you don't cut it out, I'm gonna put you to sleep and leave you back there with those mushroom guys.
Yeah, like
Just remember who has the fire.
Speaking of, why don't you go ahead and set these on fire and see if you can clear a path?
That is a great idea. She's gonna cast Sacred Flame.
okay.
Deke's gonna back out of the roots.
No, and you're not in it. Like it just, you can't see past it. It looks like somebody put like a weird, like almost net of roots and stuff that are jutting out of the sides and out of the bottom. Like you can walk through it. It's just obstructing your vision because you can't really see past it.
All right. Well, Zenko casts Sacred Flame to burn him up, make a path.
Okay. As you cast Sacred Flame, it's a root. It's not going to dodge it or anything.
Yeah.
Your fire starts to burn it up, and you physically see the root that you hit retracts into the
Whoa.
earth. Like you definitely heard it, and it basically delved back into the ground.
Oh, now I feel bad.
Do it again.
No. Let's just go
Go where?
Oh,
through the path.
we could always go back to the Mushroom Kingdom.
No,
I
you're
mean,
not going back to the Mushroom Kingdom.
look, if you just set one on fire and it fucking moved, what do you think it's going to do whenever we walk through it?
Well, if it gives us trouble, we'll set it on fire again.
I mean,
There's how many of these here right now?
I don't think you got that many spell slots.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, dang. That's a dope cantrip.
Oh, ding dang.
Right?
Oh, ding
So is
dang.
Produce Flame. All
Ding.
my fire spells are cantrips.
All right, fuck it. And
All right,
then
I'll
Gronk's just going to
walk
pull out his
forward.
long sword and just start hacking at shit.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
That is 10.
Okay. As you start walking forward, you get about 5 to 10 feet in. You can see it's only about 40 feet of these roots that are, like, once you're actually into more of the thick of it, you can see past it. But as you chop one of these roots, again, you chop it and it retracts what's left of the root. But after that, more of these roots start trying to whip at you. You do manage to dodge out of the way. But it does seem like this room is like an active plant trying to attack you if you're trying to go through.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
What about me if I don't attack it at all and I try to go through?
What's your armor class?
14.
All right. Go ahead and give me a strength or dexterity saving throw, whichever's higher.
Doesn't matter. It's like a 8.
Okay. You do take 3 points of damage, and you are considered grappled. One of these roots reaches out and wraps around you as you're trying to hack at it.
Can I cast Thunderclap?
Or not, you're trying to hack. Not yet.
Dang it.
But it does wrap around you and kind of sling you to the ground. You take 3 points of damage, and you are tied up in these roots. Zenko, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I'll Zenko will walk up to Deacon and cut him free with her dagger.
Okay, go ahead and give me damage.
Mm-hmm.
These things don't really have an armor class.
Is it a dagger?
It's a D4 for a dagger.
Yeah. I gotta roll to hit anyway. Or just roll the D4.
Yeah, go ahead and just roll the D4. It's fine.
That'll be 3.
All right. You managed to slice into a good chunk of the root that seems to have taken hold of Deacon, but you do not manage to sever him free. Gronk, you're up.
How far away is he from Zenko and Deacon right now?
10 feet. Like, he was trying to walk past while you were trying to chop your way through.
Nah, I'm just going to keep chopping on through.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's 12.
All right. You managed to cut definitely like around you. You managed to fight off a good chunk of the roots, and you have at least 5 feet of free space to move before you're going to run into another wall of these roots that seem, now that you guys have kind of activated it, it seems like they're actively trying to attack you. Even the ones 30 feet away seem like they're trying to reach towards you in kind of that creepy tendril way. But they have no chance of hitting you at this point. But they seem activated by you and trying to get to you.
Gronk's just going to turn around to the other two and be like, what's taking you guys so long?
Okay. I will say it's the root's turn. Doesn't hit Gronk. Deacon, again.
It's gonna grapple me again.
I mean, you're still grappled. You take 5 points of damage.
No, I thought Stacy cut me free.
No,
she didn't.
she only did 3 points of damage. It wasn't enough to cut you free.
Can I do a thing now?
Yeah, as these roots kind of wrap around you even tighter and start constricting you down, you do take the 5 points of damage. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Thunderclap.
Okay.
And since this is the first time I'm using Thunderclap, you create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range other than you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage. In this case, it would take 2d6 because I'm 5th level.
Okay. They rolled a modified 14 on the Constitution. So
Is that, I don't know. What was mine?
your spell save
15?
is 15.
15, right. So they take 2d6. 5.
All right. As these roots start to grapple around you, you cast Thunderclap, and this sonic burst booms out, and it immediately unlocks you from its grapple. And within the next 10 feet, you can freely move. Cool. Zenko, would you like to do anything?
Yes, Zenko is going to cast Sacred Flame into the networks in front of us.
Okay, go ahead. Roll your damage. They don't really have.
Yep.
They have like a -5 to their dex. It's fine.
That'll be 6.
Okay. You clear out about another 5 feet of the tunnel in front of you as these roots and vines and stuff clear out. Gronk, would you like to do anything?
Choppa choppa.
All right, go ahead and roll some damage.
12 again.
Okay. Are you moving forward and like trying to clear a path?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gronk, you've made it about 20 feet at this point, and you're just basically chopping through. Deacon, you've made it about 10, and Zenko, you made it about 10 as well. But you guys have a fairly clear path up into Gronk if you want to get there. And there's about another 25 feet or so. And that will bring us to Deacon.
I mean, as we're going, they're still like kind of coming out, right?
Yeah, it seems like they're actively trying to attack you guys and reach out towards you.
I mean, are they getting within 5 feet of me?
Not this round, due to the Sacred Flame and the Thunderclap and Gronk kind of like chopping through.
All right,
they managed to miss Gronk.
I'm gonna ready another Thunderclap.
Okay, are you moving up next to him, or are you just staying where you are?
I guess I'm gonna stay like behind him,
Like 5 feet behind him.
yeah, like 5 feet behind him, because this thing has a radius of 5 feet.
Okay.
It's like a 5-foot cube or whatever.
Yeah. All
So
right.
I just want to like stay like far enough away from him and Zenko to where like I don't hurt them, but that I can also like keep, because this is a cantrip, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Is it a cantrip?
Yep.
All right.
Thunderclap.
Okay.
It's not thunder wave.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Zenko, you're up.
All right, Zenko's gonna cast Sacred Flame again.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That'll be 8.
8. All right. You do manage to clear out another 5 feet in front of Gronk. That will be Gronk's turn. You have 5 feet of free movement, and then you're going to basically have to start chopping your way through again.
Choppa choppa.
All right, do it.
It's 10.
10? Okay, you managed to clear out another 10 feet in front of you. You only have about another 10 feet to go.
Yes, because guys, this is riveting.
And Gronk, you do take...
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Gronk, you take 5 points of damage. Give me a athletics or acrobatics check. Or a strength saving throw, actually. That'd probably be better.
That is 12.
12 does manage to get you free. You like they
God.
start to wrap around you, and you manage to break free of the roots that are trying to wrap around you. Let's see. I believe that brings us to Deacon.
I mean, are these things getting closer?
They are, but they seem to be focused more on Gronk, who is in the lead.
Yeah, but I mean, we keep walking and like...
Yeah, they seem to, like, out of the sides of the walls, they seem to be crawling towards you, and behind you, they can't quite grow and reach fast enough.
But they are like kind of closing
A little
up
bit,
again.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep my spot and just keep going behind everybody else, kind of keeping pace, but I still have that thunderclap ready.
Okay. Zenko, another Sacred Flame, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Woo. 8.
All right. With that, Zenko throws forward this sacred ball of fire. It does manage to clear a path forward. It might be a little dangerous to rush through, but you do see a way out.
Let's do it.
Would you all like to try?
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
just gonna keep walking because I'm behind everybody else still.
I mean, she's next to you. Like, this is like you see a clear path through this netting of weird, like, vines and roots now. I'm just saying, like, do you want to jump through it, or do you just want to, like, slog through it? Like, the last 10 feet.
I mean, I'll just get... What we've been doing has been working, so this is what Deacon's just gonna keep doing what has been working.
Okay. Gronk?
Yeah.
Same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same.
That will bring us to Gronk. Well, you're going to keep chopping. Go ahead
Yep.
and roll damage.
10.
All right. As Gronk is kind of leading you three through this, he does manage this fire that has kind of taken hold of these roots and smoldered them. He manages to chop a larger doorway through, and you all manage to get out. And this weird vine wall root tunnel seems to be behind you, and it stops chasing you.
Ha.
Man, that was a lot more fun than a Mushroom Kingdom, wasn't it, guys?
We definitely could have gone to the Mushroom Kingdom, but instead we did this.
Easy, Mario.
I'm just saying, we could have been jumping in pipes and turtles.
After about another 8 hours of walking through this similar tunnel system, you don't encounter anything else until finally, up ahead of you, you see a similar doorway that looks about the same size as the one you came in. And the air starts tasting a little fresher as you get farther and farther along now.
Yes.
And as you come up to this entrance, you can just start to see not necessarily light, but like a night sky just peeking through. And as you guys all come out of this tunnel, you look upon the homeland of two of you onto this desertish, barren kind of landscape of oranges and reds. And you guys are now in Oxleal.
Let's set up camp here.
Yeah.
All right. You all set up camp. Is there anything you all would like to do?
Gronk is definitely going to like kind of get comfortable, like lean up against, I guess, like a log or something if he can find one.
There's like a splintered dead tree near the entrance. This side, like as opposed to the entrance that y'all came through that seemed like covered in those weird plants that kind of attacked, this one seems a little more like old and dead. Like there's no active like plants, but there is like a log you can lean up against.
Okay, then he's going to go ahead and lean up against the log and kind of take out some of his belongings from his backpack.
Okay.
And he's going to kind of shuffle through and he's going to come across the photo of his family that he brought with him, the little drawing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to look at it and kind of smile and think of his family. And then all of a sudden, he's going to have an epiphany.
What is your epiphany?
And he's going to kind of mumble it. May your light expose the shadows.
Yes, my son.
Thanks for listening to Monday in the Arcane. If you want to join in the conversation, you can search us at TMaTAcast on all social media platforms. And if you would like to become an NPC in the game, go ahead and use the hashtag TMaTAcast.
See you, Tamata.
Have you ever wondered what two Aussie dads
Really inappropriate ones.
would tell you if you asked them questions like,
What if my kids catch me having special cuddles?
"Ugh, awkward turtle"?
Or is it okay to hide in the toilet and play games on my phone?
Well, it better be.
Maybe you want to hear our unique reviews of movies, beers, video games, etc.
How about some cheeseburger spring rolls?
Sure. If some or any of that tickles your fancy, then check out the Dad Zone on the Forge Audio Network.
What do you do?
Forge Audio.
Dream it.
Build it.
Share it.